What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're going to be talking about a market crash that's happening very, very soon. Hopefully you guys get to watch this video early in the day. We do know that Marshawn Lynch is coming out, and many of you guys are very, very nervous about your crystal player, Jahmyr Gibbs. Should you sell Gibbs? What's going to happen with the market? All those questions are very, very good. So we're going to jump right into it with the catalog, and we're going to talk about it, all right? Now, let's talk about the pros, right? We're going to talk about the pros, not the pros like, these MCS dudes, about the pros and the cons. All right, so this guy goes to 93 speed. Marshawn Lynch, with the teams that he played for, is going to go to 92. Now, one of the advantages, obviously, is these crystal players get all 32 team chems. All right, so because of that situation, shout out to Corey Bugs with the subscription. Thank you for subbing while I'm live. This right here is something that I want to make sure everybody understands, all right? This is something that is very, very critical to building your ultimate team, okay? So because that is a situation where he can be 93 speed on any team, if you have 50 or 50 players and the original crystal players, that's one of the things that can keep you going with this card. If not, it doesn't matter. And I'm gonna explain to you guys why. The first 3 crystal players are the most important because those are the ones that give you the speed. This one right here, it gives you acceleration and spin move. Those are useless capabilities in this game, all right? Because you either can spin or you can't. The attribute is not going to help you be able to spin. I don't think it ever has. EA hasn't been able to utilize these attributes to make that be a possibility. Where, like, say for instance, right? Say the threshold is like 80, 85 spin, right? And your player has 83. And you add these fake placebo attributes, right? And you go from 83 to 85. Your player will not spin any better. But if your player is 6'4", really, really big, like last year, like over 800 pounds, he'll be able to spin. It's just the way the game is made. So because these 3, like these 5, if you get all 5 components, it is no speed. Jahmyr Gibbs being sold now for $3 million, it may not hurt you as much. Okay, and I'm gonna continue to explain to you guys what's going on. He is very, very fast. He moves a lot different than a lot of the running backs in the game. He gives me hell, okay? But Marshawn Lynch, if you guys remember, his card, the original card that he had was outrageous. I don't know if you guys remember that. How many of you guys, show of hands? Like, let me know in the comments. Do you guys remember that Marshawn Lynch card that started this year off? Let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. So that way you guys will be able to see what I'm talking about. So this card right here was absolute destruction to start the year off. All right. So I'm going to tell you this right now. This newer card, when Madden puts out cards that are really, really good to start the year, those cards maintain their, their value, the way that they move and, how they operate throughout the year. Just a pro tip. Some cards are just going to be trash. Some cards are going to be really, really good. Okay, because his card was really, really good, it is something, right? It is something that you have to consider simply because he's going to now be 92 speed. So if you had success with him early in the year as one of your free cards, you may want to consider it. But again, he only played for like the Raiders, the Seahawks. I don't even know who else he played for. So you can't really, you can't customize your team based on that. All right, this is strictly for the teams that he actually played for when he drops. Okay. So look, if you're watching this video before he drops, because he's going to be one of those Unreal Moment players, you have to consider that because it's going to affect the market regardless. And that's why you guys come here for the market stuff, right? I don't think I've been off this year. And, the reasoning behind it is certain players are decent. They are good to go. And this card being that fast and breaking all these tackles and the way that EA updated the game where everybody just jumps off tackles is crazy. Okay, so just make sure you guys understand that. Now, as far as Gibbs goes, right, with the way that his price is right now at $3 million, Marshawn Lynch, the Unreal Moments that is dropping later today, he is also going to be a limited, okay? So the price ranges may be similar, but the only thing that's going to be different is the fact that this guy, right, he still has a lot of value because he gets all 32 team chems. Now, I just explained to you guys with him and the second drop of the crystals and what they give as boost, why he is not really that big of a deal. He's just really not, right? Now, when you look at the other crystals, see, this is the thing that everybody was confused about. These 3 add +1 speed, right? These 3, they add acceleration and spin move as their major attributes. So obviously these guys are more important than these guys. Just remember that some of these guys are Redux, so you don't have to spend all the money that's there for these other cards here. You can get like the aftermarket version of them and you'll still get the boost. So that's my point. That's why I want to make sure that it's clear that you guys understand that. It's the secondary slot. Like over here, when you go to Patrick Surtain, some of you guys are like, yo, I don't understand how you get the speed. It's in the second bucket. This is the bucket. When you have 5 components, which means all 3 of those crystal players, those 5 are going to give them +1 speed to your entire theme team. And they changed it because obviously you can't keep giving speed each drop, and that's understandable, but the other attributes simply just don't matter. It's very, very odd. Like, it just doesn't matter. So that's why it's very concerning. All right. So you do have the option of doing that with the new Marshawn Lynch coming out. You 100% do. Like, there's nothing that, like, bro, like literally if you have a Raiders theme team, right, it applies well with you and you still don't have to get this guy. There's really no reason. When his price drops, you can keep him as a backup or something, but to pay $3 million for a card that is not going to give you everything, like I said, he doesn't spin, but he's lightning fast right now in the field. I would prefer Marshawn Lynch because I know for a fact he's going to break tackles all the time. All right, like it's something about his card. It's real nasty work. So for me, if you were to ask me which way do I want to go with it, I would probably go with Marshawn Lynch if it's a Raiders theme team, because like I said, I have these 2 players here. I just didn't buy the third because I didn't think that it mattered. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not adding anything other than acceleration, and maybe that is a bonus. Maybe that's why he moves like that on the field. It could be why. I don't know, but. Again, with the way that everything is, I just took these 2 because I didn't need the third one to give, fake acceleration and whatever else EA is doing, right? So now, when you look at everything else that's going on and you look at running backs, right? Those 2 running backs that are dropping right, the 2 running backs, Gibbs and Marshawn Lynch, with the way that they're dropping right now, this is all that matters, right? By the time, I want to be very, very clear with you guys, right? This guy is going to be 1 speed point faster than the Jahmyr Gibbs right now. So if you want to just stay comfortable with Jahmyr Gibbs, I understand. I'm not even gonna, whatever. Yo, G, I don't want to deal with this top 100 ranked as hell. I get all that. So you don't got to grind it and you don't got to pay 10 million coins. I get that. But if you are saying to yourself right now, I'm more focused on what my theme team is, and I'm going to probably grind ranked, right? Say you're going to grind ranked up until that point to where you get to champion, which is in a couple weeks, right? This is something that you got to understand. He's going to be Jahmyr Gibbs with 93 speed if you have the +2 plus the 1 with the crystal players. So either way, it's crazy for me to, to tell you like, yo, you should do it. What's going to happen? But realistically speaking, it is definitely going to affect the market. It is 100% going to affect the market because that's just something that's, it's going to be very, very relevant to the way people are paying for running backs. Just keep that in mind. You don't even have to go top 100 and you would still have Jahmyr Gibbs. You know what I'm saying? And he also gets all 32 team chems. You just have to wait it out for the month. But again, if you don't have a suitable running back, like I still have Josh Jacobs and he goes crazy and he's 89 speed. So I'm cool with it. That's up to you. But there's going to be something crazy going on with the market today with those running backs. Just stay tuned. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You enjoy your day. As usual, if you're a member of the channel, drop your questions in your comments. Until next time, one love, y'all.